Hey anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where tonight we're watching the finale of Ahsoka Season 1. Now, I personally am a day late to watching this episode because I've had a crazy couple of days. I've had doctor's appointments, I watched a 2-set concert. After that concert, my car absolutely died, and I had to get it towed, and a lot happened. But I'm finally here, ready to watch the last episode. And I just can't wait to see what it's got in store for us. If you enjoy this video, consider hitting the like button. If you want to see more of my reactions, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you don't want to do either, then let's just get into the episode. Still love seeing in live action. Again, just this shot where you can see all the damage to it.
So that we may begin the interlocking procedure.
Yes, I can't wait to see it interlock. I want to see where these two ships connect.
Even I fell victim to the heroics of a single Jedi.
Exactly. Never underestimate.
Never again.
Come forward.
Ooh, she's gonna get some kind of Night Sister upgrade. Maybe more tattoos.
To the sisterhood, to the magics, to the old ways.
Same wording from Clone Wars. Cool. Oh, I was right about the tattoos. Oh, they're gonna hide her face until later, aren't they? Cool. Looks like Morgan's got a nice witch upgrade. Ooh, pale face, dark eyes. What is that? Wait, is it that sword that Talzin used to fight Mace Windu?
The blade. Of Talzin.
Well, the answer is yes.
Take it.
And no, because I do not see a dragon. But, methinks that'll probably be able to fight a lightsaber. Kinda wish they had done the dragon thing that the Clone Wars had done, but this is cool. What, Morgan Elsbeth is now gonna have this, like, second time having a non-lightsaber fight with a lightsaber? Oof, just that shot. Him in the middle and the TIE fighters. The Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord. Very Narnia. Still with the naughty, huh? Wait, are you building a lightsaber? I thought you would build a lightsaber eventually, but you're just already building it.
The blade emitter is too narrow.
Now look here, I've been teaching
The blade emitter is too narrow? Is that a joke about Rebels?
That's great.
And that too.
But I don't have time for lessons right now. He was my master.
Yeah, he was.
Taught me everything I know.
And I taught him how to build a lightsaber.
What?
Of course. Now it all makes sense.
Oh, give us this Kanan story.
You know him? Sabine?
I told you, I taught almost every youngling at the Jedi Temple.
Yes, and his
Your
arms
master. The boy
opening.
Caleb was very curious.
That was addressed to you, Sabine.
That's it.
Aww. Oh, I'm
Kanan
torn.
took the one, the other I held onto in case he ever needed it.
Oh
He just probably knew
no.
she had it.
Oh no, it has even more significance.
Thank
It's
you.
the same as Kanan's, but I really wanted him to have a crossguard. But Kanan's, but a third lightsaber? Is he gonna go back to blue or green? I still preferred his first lightsaber. I'm sorry, Ezra, but like, where's the gun feature? Back to blue.
Done. Looks like you were a good student.
Can I just talk again about how I love the eyes?
What I miss?
Just wearing contacts and having such
Ahsoka became
bright,
afraid that
colorful
Sabine was
eyes.
training as a Jedi for the wrong reasons.
So many other things just ignore the eye color, or they
What?
look like it because the eyes are so
At the
dark
end
to
of the
see.
war, the Empire
Your family?
were all lost, sadly.
Jeez, man, that certainly is going to change the
Ahsoka felt that as
the
Sabine
rebels as well.
unlocked her potential, she she would become dangerous.
Okay, so we finally got an answer. Ahsoka feared what Sabine would do with the power. Not that she wasn't going to be ready.
You must be pleased.
She's just sitting on top.
Over the years, I've made my share of difficult choices.
Yep, she's Ahsoka the White now. She's moved past being
Often
angry
no
at
one
something like
understood
this.
my reasons.
That's why, no matter what happens next, I'm going to be there for you.
Alright. Looks like Ahsoka's leveled up being a master.
Have you kept up with your training?
No.
I try.
As Yoda said.
Do.
Ah, there it is. That's
I do.
good. Subtly
I have gained better
bringing
control over
up
my
that
life.
quote without actually bringing up the quote.
Hey, let's go. Just finished.
Uh-oh. Ties, you might want to get inside the ship. Ooh, even they've got like cracks in their helmet. Guys, pick it up. Uh-oh. Please don't tell me we're gonna lose this ship too. I love again that them straining to hold the ship up just like compares to something like Vader. She'd crash into them. And man, it lasted longer than any episode in Clone Wars, that's for sure. That thing went down almost every single time in Clone Wars. This is a very familiar sight for you, Ahsoka. So a little bit sad considering this one was your house. Oh, Huang, you gonna take some of those lightsaber parts?
Consider all of the TIE fighters lost. Mark their captain for a citation.
Mark their captain for a citation.
Show me the reported location.
Love that. It's like it's one thing to just write them off. That's fine. But also, like, yo, the captain, he's gonna get in a little trouble.
Ship is downed.
Huang, are you?
May the Force be with you.
Is he just sitting here? You better come back to pick him up.
Let none pass.
Wait, the blessing of the Great Mothers? What is that?
Those are the volunteers.
The volunteer.
Yes,
Oh.
Grand Admiral.
So,
They were made aware.
All were honored to make the sacrifice. For you.
so they're either now zombies, or
The
they're like
security of our galaxy.
enhanced, like Savage Press, I guess. So maybe our like theories were just a little bit early. Look at it.
Looks like we're just in time.
I guess the ring is a little bit larger than I thought it would be.
Yang, how's it going?
Do not wait for me.
As much as I like this shuttle, it would be really cool if it was the same shuttle as that Clone Wars episode. But that thing crashed and burned. So while we're doing this, where's Balin? And Shin?
There'll be no negotiating with the apprentice of Anakin Skywalker.
I love... I didn't mention it in his reaction last time, but I just love that instant respect and a little bit of fear when it comes to Anakin Skywalker. Because we know from the books that he's met Anakin, he's met Vader, and he's like, I am not messing with this guy at all. Wait, did Thrawn also just say rain hellfire? Which just even makes him more like Thanos. Okay, guess she can actually help apparently. Methinks it's a little bit too early for this to work. Or not. You got it. Oosh. So close. You got in.
But it's time.
Time for what? Believe? Oh, I love this. Almost wish Ezra had used Force Karate a little bit more, but I guess Force Karate isn't helping against blasters. Oh, it's so good to see Ezra just killing stormtroopers again. Oh, there it is. Zombies. We were just a little too early. Come on, this is force magic. You guys, could you notice? I love the glowing eyes. We got zombie stormtroopers, y'all. I don't know why I'm saying y'all. I said y'all, I was ending the episode, I was saying yo, and I'm like, whatever. I need to check if that's the same zombie call as Fallen Order or Clone Wars as well. Oh, the growling too. It's a whole different tone to the Night Sister zombies screeching. Yeah, you might want to cut them to pieces. They're already dead, right? So they might find it harder to move without their legs.
What's your excuse?
I missed you.
That little "I missed you." It's like, could you turn this romantic? This moment, it doesn't seem like it, but... Huh. Yeah, really not how I expected these ships. I really thought the ring was gonna be a lot smaller. And, you know, closer to the ship.
We are ready to depart, I understand.
Ooh. You know she's been leveling up, because now she's got a little echo in her voice, too.
The Empire.
And that is also important here. I didn't say it earlier. That distinction. Thrawn says for the Empire, not for himself. Right? He doesn't seem to have the intention of installing himself as the new Emperor guy in charge. Are those Death Troopers? Ah, true loyalty right there. He cares about Dathomir more than she cares about anything else. Alright, show us that fiery blade in live action. This is a hell of a rematch. First time, just a little Beskar sphere. Yeah. Totally leveled up from the first fight. Uh-oh, there's zombies too. Yeah, see, Ezra, that's why you can't just... I love that they use this in the first trailer, and it's literally one of the last shots of the show. From the last episode. Oof. You can see the pieces of the helmet blasting away. Oh, they're growling. Come on, Ezra. Ouch. Come on, do it, do it, do it. I feel like this is now like a Star Wars thing. I can use the Force now. The first time, you just pulling their lightsaber to them is their first act of like, I can actually use the Force. Come on. Yes. I mean, like, you could just cut their heads off. But I guess that's a little too graphic for this show. Never mind. Jump. Ezra, you can make that jump. Or not.
I can't make that jump.
Well, you could have a few minutes ago.
I appreciate.
Guys.
The longer you hesitate, the harder this gets. Come
What Sabine said. You could probably gone over there if you just jumped immediately. And I know other people. Come on. Yes. First time in live action for that too. Oh shit. She's lost a lightsaber. Will she make a new one? Is the end of dual wielding Ahsoka? Where's to get another crystal to turn white? How Ahsoka's gonna get a new lightsaber is not the question I was gonna expect to have by the end of this episode. No, I think you will die here.
Not alone.
You stayed. What a not surprise at all. Let's be fair, Ezra's chaotic enough to take down a Star Destroyer by himself. Now, if Chopper was there, Thrawn would definitely die. You should just brought Thrawn Chopper with you. Ooh! Solid! Ahsoka, keep it. That'll just level you up even more. I mean, just a witch flame, fire witch blade, a lightsaber.
Morgan is dead.
757 here. Got
That is so Ezra. Now put on his outfit, Ezra. You know the drill. Don't forget your helmet. Now Sabine, you better have a new paid job by the time of the next season. Can you imagine if some of those people are alive? Like, they had one chance to go home. I kind of feel bad for some of the alive stormtroopers. Like, to be this close. Like, imagine if they survived that. One random guy survives that. It's like, you were that close to going home. After a decade being stranded here, you survived everything. Except you're the last one. Here. Ooh, you can even see, like, more of the golden bits once you're out here.
Just how similar you might become.
Another Vader taunt?
Perhaps where a Ronin such as you belongs.
Ooh. Yep, that's the best word to call her. A
Today,
Ronin.
victory is mine.
Yes, it is. Come on, blast off.
Long live the Empire.
Bye, Thrawn. Wonder where we're gonna see you again. That's fine. Just do what Ezra did. Frequency 0, call the whales. You know, I'm really surprised that this episode is like 10 minutes away from ending, and we haven't seen Balin or Shin. And looks like these two are just gonna sitting here for a while. Surprise! Of all the things I was wondering about, I wasn't expecting Ezra to hitch a ride and leave without them. Birds squawking? Morai! Hello, Morai! It's been a hot, like, age. I was wondering where you were. Ah, and just as I was wondering where you were. Oh, look at that. With the father? A giant ass statue of the father is not what I was expecting to find him on. The son, but the daughter, her head's been cut off. Where are you pointing to? Another entrance to the world between worlds? Abeloth? You know, if they bring Abeloth into this... Whoosh. Welcome to Dathomir. You know that planet immediately by its color. Jeez, that is a lot of dead Night Sisters. Wait, is that the shuttle? Oh, Ezra took the shuttle. Wait, that means Ezra's gonna reunite with them. Oh, that's a nice happy ending. What a nice way to bookend this. Everyone, come on. Take off the helmet, Ezra. Why do you have to be showboating? Chopper knows it's him. Ezra's back. Everyone else recognizes him too, apparently.
Hi, Hera. Home.
Yes, you are. He's back, and the ghost in the background. Where's Zeb? Old Rex and Zeb are like the notable missing people. The freaking finale curse strikes again. I don't know when that camera turned off. Honestly, it's less of a curse, more that I get so involved in finales that I stop checking to make sure everything is working. Look, you've seen what I look like when I freak out. You get from the tone of voice.
Good, well.
But
Did I? And so are we.
All right, so that whole world between world stuff is you need to. It looks like Balin may be your season 2 villain. Wait, it's time to move on until the whales come back. Then you can just hitch a ride and go back home. But like what?
Nothing.
No. Explain. What'd you feel like?
Shadows in the starlight.
Just love the music. I haven't complimented it enough. The guy who did this is so good. He's so good. I'm glad he finally made the jump out of just the animated shows. Because the animated shows were great, but with the higher budget and more instrumentation of this like live action stuff, it's even better. Anakin! Force Ghost Anakin! Just watching on. Battery running low. No, do not die until the episode's over. Hopeful music to end off the series. Wasn't expecting a hopeful tone to be ending it. That was it. Episode 8 of Ahsoka. The Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord. Nothing, well, not nothing, but there was so much unexpected in this episode. I genuinely thought that the Ahsoka, Sabine, and Ezra would get caught up in like Balin and his plans, right? And we'd make defeating Balin like a personal victory of this season, while Thrawn sails away to be the big bad later on. But not only did we not do that, we didn't stop Balin, we didn't stop Thrawn. The only like victory of the season was that Ezra snuck away with Thrawn, which means he got back home. Still wish he would have, met up with Zeb and Hera, but Hera and Chopper is all right. And that moment where Chopper, like, Dave Filoni has in the past called Chopper like a cat, right? If R2-D2 is the dog, Chopper's the cat. And that moment felt so much, like, put so much to that. Like he's a cat, like he's the pet, right? You've seen moments where people are wondering who that person is, but the animal knows immediately. The same thing. Everyone has their guns drawn, and Chopper is just like, yo, Ezra? That can't be you. Just to see even that, bringing that back of Ezra dressing up in stormtrooper armor. It's like, it's a Rebels classic. Thrawn escaping, I knew since pretty much the beginning of the show that was going to happen. It looks the Balin and the statues, that's huge. That seems like it's definitely going to lead to season 2 or something. Because the Mortis God, I remember when the Mortis Gods and that whole 3-episode arc of the Clone Wars was pretty much the most hated thing. Hated part of Clone Wars. People didn't like it. It was too weird and out there for the rest of the show. And here we are in live action. We got a character standing on a giant statue of them. And tangent from my tangent. Respects to Ray Stevenson. Clearly, Balin Skull's story isn't over yet, but Ray Stevenson is gone, which means Balin Skull will be wearing a different face the next time we see them. And I don't know if the next guy can pull it off. Ray Stevenson, he was just spectacular in the role. And I wish he could have lived to see how much his character was liked and to come back to it. But I loved what I got anyways. Not just this, even his smaller roles in previous movies, like being the friend in Thor, or being the baddie in RRR, or his like voice roles. The fights this episode were a ton of fun, especially I loved Morgan getting the Fireblade. Like I said, during the reaction, the idea of her facing off against Ahsoka, like 2.0, is just so much more superior. The first time Ahsoka showed up, I was okay. I think you can actually go watch my reaction. I'll put it somewhere. But it's to come back and see her again, to see this fight again, it shows how much they've progressed, right? The very first time they had a fight, it felt really kind of stiff. Like, yes, I understand Dave Filoni was going for a really samurai-ish feel, but the movements felt stiff and a little slow, and it didn't feel right, like a Star Wars fight, and this one did in fact feel like a Star Wars fight. I said a lot about what I wanted to say about the episode already in the reaction, and most people don't even watch this part anyway. So I'm going to move on to this show as a whole. And this is what I've been waiting for, right? Since Ahsoka was announced all the way back, this was the #1 show I was waiting for. It to build more than The Mandalorian, more than The Book of Boba Fett, more than Obi-Wan Kenobi or The Bad Batch or anything. Ahsoka was what I was waiting for, because Ahsoka Tano is someone I've grown up with, and the Rebels crew are, as I've said many times, my favorite bit of Star Wars, the heart of Star Wars. And to see this live action Rebels Season 5 is just everything I ever wanted. To see Anakin, live action Clone Wars, to see the World Between Worlds in live action, Ezra finally coming back after 5 long real world years of wondering where the hell he's been. Thrawn standing, Lars Mikkelsen painted blue with the red eyes, standing tall and proud and winning. I'm glad I got to watch it. That's for sure. I'm glad I stuck around long enough to see it with my own eyes. I certainly never believed a show like this would have been possible as a child. Growing up, I really thought this isn't going to happen. It's just a pipe dream, the stuff of fan art, and it actually did. So that kind of bias, of the wow bias, really changed the way I feel about this show. As always, I'm not a harsh critique. I think being an overly harsh critique only serves to take away your enjoyment of something. So critique is good, but once you take it to a certain point where you can't enjoy the material anymore, then it's a waste of time. If you really don't like the material enough to critique it that much, then just don't like the material. Go on with your life. Ahsoka had its high points, it had its low points, but it was a solid show all the way through. It brought together this relationship of Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren as a master apprentice relationship in a way I never expected, right? Another question I always had was whether Ahsoka would ever take on an apprentice. I always thought, like, whether she would take on this or that. There was that moment where she might have taken on Grogu. I thought maybe she could, like, give Luke a few pointers, or Leia. But no, all that, and we're sitting here, and Sabine Wren, a Mandalorian, becomes the first Mandalorian Jedi in the modern era. I look forward to seeing how much stronger Sabine could get with a little bit more training. If the next time we see her, she'll be a proper Jedi, and she better have a new paint job. Dave Filoni, seriously, do not abandon this thing you did in Rebels. I loved the fact that she would constantly change the paint on her armor every single episode, every single season, and her hair color. So Sabine better not be looking the same next time we see her in the next season, when that ever comes out. I know I'm rambling, and I'm coming to an end, I promise. The triumph of Ahsoka here is the translation of so much of animated Star Wars into live action, and also just bringing so many people into the world of animated Star Wars. I have seen across the internet and across the people I know, there are now new fans being driven to watch the animated shows to get ready for this one, and they were so happy to finally get introduced to a new section of Star Wars that they'd never seen before, because they were prejudiced against animation before. I'm happy that the love of Star Wars and the love of Star Wars things that I enjoy got to be shared because of this show. Even if there are people who only watch this show and don't watch Rebels or Clone Wars, they now have more of an appreciation for the characters that I love. That's why Ahsoka ranks up there. As much as Andor is a beautifully written show, probably one of the best pieces of Star Wars media, of Star Wars content, like, in recent history, Ahsoka ranks higher for me because of that personal connection. All right, I'm done rambling. Now, if you've gotten all the way to the end of this video, First of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. But also, if you do me a favor, consider hitting and typing home in the comments. That's all you need to do. 4 letters, HOME. Just to let me know that you've gotten this far. All you watching, you commenting, it does so much for me, like making me feel like I'm not crazy. I say that it's my common thing to say, but really, I'm a guy at nighttime talking to a camera. Your interaction brings meaning to what I'm doing, and I really appreciate every single one of you that does it. Honestly, whether it's a nice comment, just the 4 letters I told you, whether you're insulting me and calling me stupid, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching this reaction. Thank you so much for watching this entire season of Ahsoka reactions. Thank you for watching every single one of my Star Wars reactions. Really appreciate you guys. And hope that you will watch more episodes and movies with me. Over here is whatever YouTube decides to show you. Over here is a place to my videos. And on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.